silver and gold. Everyone wishes for silver and gold.
Good evening, VV Nation, and happy Friday to everybody. My name is Ryan. Welcome to the VectorVest channel. Tonight is going to be the second part of the 2026 portfolio. Got to add some more positions to this portfolio going into 2026. Now, we've got some big tech names. We got data center play, rare earth critical mineral play being U.S. antimony. You know what else is going to be hot in 2026? Me personally just thinking about it and not overthinking? Gold and silver, right? No surprise. I've been talking about this. See here, I got the position about 2 years ago in 2024. So tonight's presentation, I'm actually going to show you an old clip and we're going to jump into the trading view chart. I want to see the big picture when it comes to gold. And after all of that, we're going to jump into the VectorVest software, take a look at the gold stocks, and I'm going to pick the ones that I want in my portfolio in 2026. So if this is something that you're interested in, stick around and let's get started. So here's a chart of HUI, which is the Huey Gold Bugs Index. This is what we utilize at VectorVest to track the gold space itself. You can see here, since it's hit its high back on May 4th, 2023, a clear downward trend. So I did put on a trend line here. Nice price action breaking that trend line just earlier this week. Now, I was going to show you a chart of Bitcoin from that April 2021 timeframe till today. However, I just don't want to bore you with another chart. So I'll tell you right now, Bitcoin, or digital gold as it is, a safe haven from fiat currencies, is down almost 50%. At that time, it was hovering just above 55,000, and right now you can catch it around 28,000 depending on the day. Now we can talk about the catalyst for gold, silver, and other precious metals going higher in the future. Now, the first Bitcoin video I ever did, right around the time I started this job, I showed this chart, and we just surpassed $38 trillion as the U.S. national debt. And the first several of my gold videos I ever put out spoke about this. In addition, talked about central bank buying, right? The dollar losing a lot of trust. Even Glenn's talked about it. The BRICS nations, a lot of individuals, a lot of nations don't trust the dollar. And since 2021, China does not trust Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, and actually doubling down on that statement in late 2025, not long ago, furthering the ban when it comes to both miners and digital transactions. With the trust in the dollar fading and Chinese regulatory concerns when it comes to Bitcoin and other digital assets, that's left me with both gold and silver. Now, I'm not going to say Bitcoin and Ethereum can't come back. The last two great calls I had on Bitcoin and Ethereum, one was a cup and handle on Bitcoin and the other item being Ethereum more recently when it hit its new high. Now, if any trades come amongst cryptos, I will definitely put those out there. But right now, the focus is on gold and silver. For example, one of my reasons, other than, mistrust in the dollar and central bank buying, it's impossible to state a specific typical amount of gold in a data center because of the amount varies greatly depending on the facility size, age, and specific hardware configuration. Now, gold, very small quantities can be found in electronic devices, but when you link a lot of these devices up, like a data center, yes, everything from server boards to connectors do require both gold and silver due to its superior electrical conductivity and resistance to corrosion. So yes, the AI race, I do see putting pressure when it comes to gold and silver prices. All right, now I am in trading view looking at gold prices since the 1960s. Now we're looking at gold spot prices, US dollar compared to the ounce. That being said, we can see gold in 1971 was just $31. Now it ran all the way up to around $700 by 1980, a 10-year run when it comes to gold. Now, gold faltered, dropping all the way back down to $349 at one point, being rather flat until about 2001. You can see around 2001, the second part of this cup came to fruition here. And you can see I have a line here. I do like symmetry of cup and handle. So if I put this at the top of the cup itself, you see that put me at a pretty good target here. Consolidation right above the target, then price action of gold. Now, if I move this line over, you see the resistance right here coming in. So if I put this symmetry line, measuring the bottom to the top of this cup and handle, and place it right on top here, You can see the target right where the consolidation was between 3,200 and the top of this consolidation around 3,400. If I zoom into this time span, the top of the target when it comes to that cup and handle chart pattern puts me in a great place of consolidation here. So if we do see gold pull back severely in 2026, this is where I see a nice level of support for gold going forward. So with this information in hand, let's jump over to the VectorVest software and take a look at some of the top gold and silver mining companies in the market. 20 stocks in the silver and gold mining industry. That being said, I've got 2 stocks highlighted here, Orla and ASM. The reason why I'm going with these 2 just simply because the charts make sense at this time. If you didn't watch last night's video, I've got 3 weeks to fill up this 2026 portfolio. And these stocks are showing exactly what I want to see. Some chart setup, some potential. Orla being a little bit riskier. Hopefully you're going to break out of that consolidation. Avino Silver. Hey, I'm going to show you the charts in just a minute. But you can see the optimism is there once again when it comes to gold and silver stocks. Now, these 2 stocks stood out. One, Orla Mining has the highest sales growth rate, greatly outpacing its earnings growth rate. In addition to that, look at Avino Silver. 53%, one of the highest in sales growth rate, also outpacing earnings growth rate of 38%. Now, if you're in other gold and silver stocks, that is fine, but the message I'm going to give you is make sure they are good stocks, because within VectorVest, looking at these stocks here, all of these are undervalued, have phenomenal forecasted data, and currently have buy ratings. So if you're in gold and silver stocks giving you a headache and the chart's not making you any money, take a look at these stocks. Otherwise, I'm going to put these stocks in a portfolio. So let me show you exactly how this will set up in 2026. All right, first up, we have Orla Mining. A lot of consolidation over the last few months here, but we are starting to see signs of a breakout, a new high yesterday. So I'm looking for a potential breakout of this long range consolidation we've seen with Orla. Look at the valuation, still ticking up. If you're an investor trying to find yourself on the right side of the market in 2026, well, there's no better time than take advantage of VectorVest holiday sale. 30 days access, just 99 cents. Just go to vectorvest.com/YT and act fast as this offer ends December 29th. Earnings per share still ticking up. RT relative timing, favorable territory now for the last few months, giving us some optimism to the short-term price trend. Sales growth rate, 177%, exactly why I like this stock. Now, I'm just hoping on a breakout because we got a nice level of support if we can break out above this resistance. Now, as far as the next stock here, ASM, if I take a look, zoom into a 6-month time span, you can see the pullback here, but just retested that high here, hitting a new high. But in addition, look at the value starting to pull away from price action once again. So with a strong buy rating, RT in a positive territory, forecasted EPS on the rise here, sales growth rate, 53%, earnings growth rate, 38%. These are my 2 picks going into 2026. All right, here's my 2026 portfolio. Now, as far as gold and silver picks, I did half the miners with ASM and Orla, and then I did GLD and SLV. This will total about $20,000 of my portfolio. 1/5 of my portfolio will be split between these 4 positions representing silver and gold. Now, I did load up. Now, I did add some shares into some of my strength positions, being TSM, Netflix, and Micron. You can see my cost basis here moving up on some of these positions. As well, Glenn today with Micron hitting a new high and breaking out of that resistance to the upside. I did load up on some of his stocks as well. Some of these positions have been filled further, such as Axon, Micron, Netflix, Nvidia, and Oracle popping 7% today off the TikTok news. So I've got them about half filled in on this position. So I just want to be very transparent as I fill up these positions. And like I said, I'm going to stop the 2nd week of January. Might have them filled up before then, right? Just depends how it goes. And then once these positions are filled, and both Glenn's and my portfolios will track this performance going through 2026. Now, I hope you enjoyed tonight's presentation. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new and stuck around, hit the subscribe button, and we'll learn something tomorrow evening. Good night.